I think it might become a trend in 2022 that if there is a big influencer with a channel with his normal format, like YouTube format videos, and still the same creator has got a YouTube Shorts channel, so it might become a part of an offer when there is an integration into the main content. And there are several YouTube Shorts that are being uploaded.
Absolutely, it
separately.
could be it could be either this way, or he can be part of a bigger story with short form videos for a brand. For instance, if a brand has an account on TikTok and an account on YouTube Shorts channel, like a separate YouTube Shorts channel of their own, he can be just part of their content. This is a mixture actually between ambassadorship and standalone integrations. Hi guys, Mediacube podcast is back. We're happy to welcome you to our new episode. Roman and Ivan are talking remotely again, and please join us. And should you have any questions to our today's topic, you're welcome to post them in the comment section. We'll do our best to answer them all.
Hello guys.
Hi Roman. What we're going to discuss today is a pre-New Year period of time, which is actually a very special time in terms of content production and in terms of advertising budgets that advertisers allocate to working with influencers in terms of cost per milli, numbers and figures also. So today we'll deliver much advice to you on what to do in this time of the year with your content. And another topic would be the trends in influencer marketing that are now going on out there, like what are brands tend to do and how are brands now and will be in 2022 tending to cooperate with influencers on various platforms, not only YouTube. We'll touch upon other platforms as well. So Roman, let's first of all start with what is usually December like for YouTube creators in terms of content production and earnings.
Yeah, so I think this situation begins starting from the late October, and the CPM levels and the activity of the advertisers on the platform is growing up to the very 25th of December, if we are talking about Catholic countries where Christmas is the biggest holiday of the year.
Sorry, Roman, sorry to interrupt, but guys, we should first pay attention that now we're talking about AdSense. We'll dwell upon influencer marketing and integrations a little bit later. And yeah, you're absolutely right. All brands tend to invest heavily before Thanksgiving first, before Black Friday, November 26th. Correct. And then on to Christmas and New Year.
Yeah, that's right. And it means that, I think definitely many creators have noticed that the activity of many creators of particular regions on the platform are also growing due to this fact. And it's obvious that they would like to make as much money as they can. That's why they start to produce more videos than they usually do, and it definitely makes sense for everyone, because this is the most intense advertising period of the year, and I think we could enumerate several tips how to make more money during this period. And I think we should start with, from the point of view of the production capacity, you should definitely try to increase the number of videos that you produce per week. For example, if your normal schedule is 2 videos per week, try to double it, and you will definitely see the results immediately. And maybe your audience is not very ready for this scheduling, but anyway, from the point of view of advertisers, it doesn't really change anything for them, and it means that even if the activity on your videos is not going to be the same, maybe you'll be getting less views per one video, but you will definitely have more views in absolute numbers, because if you double your videos and it will pay off definitely. Another thing that I can mention here is if your format lets you make longer videos, you should also try to do that, because the longer the video is, the more ad breaks you can insert in it, and every ad break will have one or two different ads in it, and it will also grow your revenue from the platform. So you can even think, when you normally produce 2 videos per week, you can start making 3 videos, but each of them is like 50% longer than usual, and it will also double your revenue in some way. Maybe Ivan, you can think about anything
that's right.
that should be mentioned here.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, this is a pretty wise solution. I mean, December is always like that. There are a lot of brands are investing heavily before New Year's, like on New Year's Eve in December, and less in January. January is usually a very poor, I'd use this word, in terms of advertising budgets. January is usually holidaying. So if you're thinking of taking a rest, it's better to do this in January, definitely, rather than in December. And I totally agree with Roman that the more content you have in December, the more earnings you'll have. And it's much smarter and wise, much more wise, to produce more content in December rather than more content in January. So try to concentrate and do your best and produce as much content as you can in December, and then it's better to take a rest in January and take a slightly more relaxed schedule, like once a week. I don't know, make the videos shorter, or it's up to you anyway. But you should consider that in January CPMs would usually fall, and hence there's just no need. It's just not smart to produce a lot of content.
We could notice that the reduction, the fall of the CPM when we compare December and January is like almost 40%. It's very huge downfall, and it means that it makes much more sense to be very active in December and take rest in January. And one more thing I would like to say here is, when you're thinking about an additional format that you would like to launch on your channel, so this particular timing is the best option, because you can produce something. For example, you would like to launch a new format that is not very tensely linked with the timing. If not, it's not about news. It's not about when it's about something that can be uploaded and made public later. So we can start producing the new format right beginning from the summer, and launch it beginning from the October. For example, you produce 20 videos, and you think that this additional format is going to be successful on your channel because you know your audience. Definitely, the best timing for that is not summer when you produce it. Is you should launch it when shot a long series of these videos, and you can launch additional format during this period.
Yeah, that's right. So this is basically about tactics. I wanted to discuss strategies and trends that have become obvious for us as an influencer marketing agency for the upcoming year and what will be going on. So there are really a couple of directions that collaborations of brands with influencers tend to turn into. I will just enumerate them. No particular importance of each and every point. These are all equal trends. Like currently, there is a great demand for influencers to shoot their own advertising videos and not to post them on their channels, but to license their image and their content to advertisers who then use it in AdSense or other platforms. So, why does that make sense? Because they have an influencer first, they have a star, and they can target this content to a very precise audience with targeting instruments that they want to reach. The best solution actually is to have both standard integration and then this integration taken as a separate piece of content and targeted to this very same audience, in which case it works like retargeting and brings even more active users to the product. So this is something we've noticed in the last, I think, 6-7 months that's been, that we've been addressed with from the sides of brands and agencies. So these brands understand that it really works and they can fine-tune their influencer campaign more precisely with that type of collaboration. So if you guys asked, as we're addressing mostly YouTubers and creators in our podcast, if you're addressed by something like that from the brand, don't decline it. It's really a very nice and great opportunity, a nice option. You may even agree with a brand or agency that you do not post an integration on your channel, you just shoot a video and let them use it whenever they want. In which case, like, you don't make ads on your YouTube channel, but your image is licensed and taken to be used in other channels of communication. So it is.
But is there any backside of it? Because you don't you think that you may annoy the audience that still don't know you because like you are part of a net that is annoyingly following you everywhere?
Yeah, could be. But everything has its flaws and drawbacks. So you can either annoy your audience with an integration in each and every video. This way you can avoid this, and you can be annoying your or some other audience with something else, just with your face. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, you always annoy people with something. So it's just up to you to choose. But this is the trend that we've been observing, definitely. Another trend that is quite vivid right now is that collaboration between brands and influencers is becoming more, I would say, solid and integrated. A lot more brands are now going into new forms of collaboration with influencers, not just plain integrations or dedicated videos or reviews or something that we're used to. They tend to, because a lot of FMCG brands, especially those who produce apparel or perfumery, a lot of FMCG brands address influencer marketing, and more FMCG brands are turning their faces to YouTube, TikTok, and other influencer platforms, understanding that there are generations there that still don't know about them, and they need to reach out for them, and which actually they do. And for this, they need to reshape, reform the understanding of who they are and what they are for Zoomers or Generation Alpha, or even Millennials for some of the brands. So they
Did you have a chance to run ad campaigns with YouTube Shorts stars yet?
Not yet. It's something that we're on the verge of, definitely. But what I wanted to point out is that a lot of brands now try to do something together with influencers. Like if it is an apparel company or an apparel brand, they would search and thoroughly look for ambassadors to create capsule collections together. Same with perfumery. They're beginning to understand that showbiz stars are now less effective to reach out for younger audiences than YouTube creators or TikTok creators. And so they make and produce things together with them. Also, regarding your question about YouTube Shorts and TikTok, as we're talking about just short form videos as a format of communication, right? What brands are now doing, and this is also a very vivid trend for us, they are trying to develop their own TikTok presence and develop their own TikTok accounts very heavily. I mean, it may take very exciting forms, like they're making a kind of TikTok series They are with either influencers or just actors who act in their clothes or who make product placements.
Okay.
So apparel brands are now investing heavily into producing content on TikTok, into producing short form content, which then definitely will migrate to YouTube Shorts. I'm pretty much sure of that. But for now, TikTok is a very lucrative option and opportunity for them to drive new generations. This is this is a very big problem for solid old brands, especially apparel brands, that by new generations are associated with an elder audience, like which are perceived like clothes for 35 plus, for instance. And so their solution is to produce as much content on short form content on TikTok right now as possible, and thus make younger generations see that here we are. We're not just for old people. We're TikTok. We're popular on TikTok. We're trendy. Come fall in love with us. So TikTok for them right now is number one instrument to bring up the new generation of their users,
that's
and
right.
to shape loyalty towards them, to make with long LTV. So this is something that's happening.
I think it might become a trend in 2022 that if there is a big influencer with a channel with his normal format, like YouTube format videos, and still the same creator has got a YouTube Shorts channel, so it might become a part of an offer when there is an integration into the main content. And there are several YouTube Shorts that are being uploaded.
Absolutely, it
separately.
could be it could be either this way, or he can be part of a bigger story with short form videos for a brand. For instance, if a brand has an account on TikTok and an account on YouTube Shorts channel, like a separate YouTube Shorts channel of their own, he can be just part of their content.
That's right.
Thus, bringing his audience from YouTube on TikTok to them. And this is a mixture actually between ambassadorship and standalone integrations. So this is something that's going on right now already, and will be developing, I think, very heavily in 2022, especially again with clothing. Another very exciting and interesting thing is integrating influencers into products. You're all probably aware of the cases when influencers have become parts of games, like on a certain level you could find an influencer as a character in the game, or represented somehow in other way, but this is pretty usual. But now, with the advent of metaverse and metaverse products, this really becomes a huge opportunity. I mean, the future opens up here. Because really, influencers in this respect can do absolutely nothing. Like, they can just license their images for companies to build avatars, right, from them, and integrate them into their metaverse products, into their metaverses, for their users, for their users to be able to bump into a top influencer when they're just walking down the street in the metaverse, which is a huge opportunity, actually. I mean, this is just the beginning of this whole story, but I believe this is something that will become a huge game changer in everything. So this is the most avant-garde and exciting opportunity that influencers can take. Like if you're addressed by somebody that has to do with metaverse, this or that, because they're actually it's not only Facebook that's doing this. And there were a lot of companies around the world who will be now competing in this new realm of living, actually. So if you're addressed by a company who says they've got metaverse products, don't hesitate to jump into it, because this is really something that's just at its beginning. It will become huge, I'm pretty much sure, not only in 2022, but later on also. So it really opens up a whole set of new opportunities and exciting things that you can do with influencers. And I'm also pretty much sure that in this metaverse, there will be new opportunities for advertising. Like you will be able to buy, banners and big boards in metaverse.
I think that metaverse is a topic for a separate podcast, and
absolutely,
just to dive into deeper, just to based on certain examples, because it's very interesting just to understand how modern brands are starting to work with this topic, because it's very exciting.
That's right. Today we're just drawing the outlines of the trends, and this is one of the most foreseeable trends in influencer marketing and advertising and marketing as a whole for the upcoming future. That's it. Let's be winding up then. So thank you, Roman, for sharing your insights on these tactics that YouTubers can use.
Yeah, I would say it's just more of a common sense than than insights.
Yeah, but still, guys, again, you should be aware that CPMs in December grow immensely and fall in January. So invest more time and resources to content in December rather than in January. Make more earnings. And also, we want you to be aware of new formats that brands are applying in influencer marketing. So I hope it was interesting. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to drop them into the comment section. We'll answer all of them in the next couple of days. Thank you, Roman. It was Mediacube Podcast.
Thank you, Ivan. See you guys.
See you. Bye-bye.